I'm currently in the Bali airport and we're about to spend the next 26 hours traveling while we slowly make our way to Istanbul from Bali. We're going to be flying with Garuda, which is one of Indonesia's national carriers, to Jakarta. And then when we get to Jakarta, we will be flying with Emirates for the first time from Jakarta to Dubai, where we will spend 5 hours in the amazing Dubai airport before finishing our journey with Emirates again to Istanbul. We're super excited to fly with Emirates. We've never flown with them before and we've heard amazing things. Obviously, they are a world-class carrier. And even though we are flying economy as usual, we're excited to see what this experience is going to be like. And we're just going to be in transit for a very long time. The only way out is through. So if you want to see what this travel day pans out to be, definitely keep watching. And our plane has finally showed up. So we had a bit of a thunderstorm and a bunch of planes got delayed. Ours is only delayed. We were supposed to leave at 6:40 and it's 7 now. So ours says it was delayed to 7:10, but then it was really bad thunder and lightning for a little bit. Looks like we're getting on now. I have no idea what the boarding procedure is supposed to be though. Okay, we're on. I'm a little nervous still, if I'm being honest. But it only looks rainy, it doesn't look thundery. This is a huge plane though. I'm scared. The lights keep flickering. And this plane is really old and we need to fly through a thunderstorm and I am scared. What is going on? This is not a good way to start our super long travel day.
Travel days are no fun, but we're getting through it, and this is progress. One flight getting started. This plane has the super fun remotes to the TV, but then the weirdest selection of stuff. There's no movies, and then all the TV shows are listed episode by episode, out of order, and there's no games. It's got a game controller on the back, and they don't have any games to play. When we flew to Paris when I was a kid, I played games the whole time, and I'm being deprived. But they give us candies, so that makes up for it.
And if you just heard the announcement, they said doors would be closing. And I'm sitting here, like, why are the doors closing if we haven't figured out this light thing? Okay, this light thing's really freaking me out.
And Tom and Jerry.
I'm not being the most nervous I've ever been on a plane. That's like stationary.
In-flight meditation, self-massage. Maybe you should do a self-massage.
Shotgun take off. Position.
pretty good.
A full tray of food and drinks.
It's not even a 2-hour flight.
To be fair, we are flying at dinner time. But not really, because we were delayed.
So, it's my favorite time of the flight where I always get a little Coke. I treat myself because I don't drink Coke very much. But on a plane,
I always get orange juice, but this time they had guava juice. And if you noticed from the last clip, we got a little bit nervous.
but it's all okay.
But it's okay now. I'm watching the new season of Love is Blind, which will actually give you a ton of food. We got steamed rice with chicken or fish, and nuts, and crunchy waffles. Okay, everything was fine, even though I was a little bit nervous off the bat. I landed in Jakarta, getting off the plane. It's a little chaotic right now. You know how people are on planes.
The real day has only just begun.
Oh, look at the first class person. Alright, officially on the ground in Jakarta. One flight done. Gotta mess around with Emirates. So I think we're gonna have to completely leave the airport and re-enter.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Someone will figure it out.
So we followed the signage to the international terminal for our connection. We're trying to find the Emirates booth, and we do just have to completely check in again, which is so annoying, and go through the whole security thing. We are gonna go find the Emirates booth, get them to give us our tickets.
This airport is huge and really nice. I didn't expect this. Last time we were here, we just landed and it looked like crap and old and not good. Now we're in here. It's like super nice and modern, so I don't know where this came from. They must have built it in the past month.
That's what I was saying. When we landed here from Perth, we got here at 5 a.m. and genuinely in like the worst airport I've ever been in. Like, just nothing there. No resources, no shops open, barely any bathrooms. They were dirty, there was no people around. I don't know where we got off, but it is not where we are right now. We were waiting for our check-in counter to open for our flight, but because we're so early, it wasn't open. So then we went and we checked on the board to see if we could find our flight and figure out what gate we were, that sort of thing, but we couldn't find it anywhere. So then we had to go ask customer service, and they said that our flight is delayed by 3 hours. So instead of leaving at midnight, we're leaving at 3 a.m. now. So now we're standing outside of the Jakarta airport, getting our last breath of humid Asia air before we head off to Dubai and Istanbul. We're also thinking, right? So our connection in Dubai is 5 hours before our flight to Istanbul. And now that we're delayed by 3, that connection's only 2. So we're pretty upset because we wanted to spend a long time in the Dubai airport, so it's gonna be super cool. But now we're thinking, if we could just push 2 more hours of a delay, we could miss that flight, and they would have to book us a hotel and send us on a flight the next day, and we could have a free day in Dubai. So that's what we're hoping for now. We'll see. My gut is telling me we're just gonna be racing to our gate in Dubai and headed straight there.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, we either get there today, or maybe if we're lucky, we get a nice fancy hotel in Dubai.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I was really excited to explore the Dubai airport.
Yeah. Well, for now, we have to sit in this airport for like 7 hours.
So I think our check-in counter's open, so we're gonna check in and then just go into the airport.
Sit there.
And sit.
7 hours.
Call our family. We're stopping at Roti Boy, which is one of our favorites from Indonesia, and it is a favorite with the locals too. Here it is. We walked all the way to the other end of the airport for it.
Thank you.
We got it. I don't know what they put on these things. I don't know how to describe it.
I can describe it best. It's like a pancake and a cookie and soft, nice bread got mixed together, but it was all sweet and delicious. And then it's like toasted like a nice marshmallow on a campfire. And it's delicious in all the ways, all the best from each of them.
We just waited in literally the longest line ever. The only time we've ever had to wait in a check-in line, because we always have our carry-on bags and we always do online check-in. The only time we got screwed, it's literally the longest line. We waited for over an hour just to walk up and have them go, no check bags? No? Okay, here are your boarding passes. Like, we literally just needed them to print the boarding passes. because they wouldn't let us check in online. And there's a check-in online counter to go retrieve your printed boarding passes that we couldn't go in because it wouldn't let us check in online. And that line was so short. I wanted this vlog to be a fun first time flying Emirates, and here's the Dubai airport vlog. This day has gone horribly. Our absolute nightmare of our Garuda flight. I don't know what like escape room horror, like haunted house that flight was, but the flashing of the lights as we were taking off rattled me to my core. And now we're delayed. So we're sitting in, what time is it now? It is 11 p.m. and we are not going to start boarding until 2:20. So we have 3.5 hours until we start boarding. Our plane cards got wet, so I am trying to dry them out on the seats while we wait. We have this literal entire bench to ourselves, and Kristen's gonna try to sleep because he's not gonna be able to sleep on the plane. The Jakarta airport's just a regular airport. I wish we had all of this free time in the Dubai airport where we were gonna go to the swimming pool. But that's okay. We're still excited to fly Emirates, and I'm excited because I think we get amenity pouches for free, even us poor people in economy. How about you, Kristen? How are you feeling?
I am really tired, and I am gonna end up staying like basically for the time, Bali time, which I'm on right now. If I don't sleep now or on the plane, which I don't usually, I'll basically be staying up from now, which is about midnight, to like noon. So hopefully I don't have to do that. I might try and fall asleep right now on this couch in the airport, but not hopeful.
I'm so tired. I fell asleep while Chris was in the bathroom, laying down on that couch. So it's now, I think basically it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, 2:45. They delayed it again, so I don't think we're gonna start boarding until 3:20, I think is what was being said.
We're starting to cut it close with our flight now.
Yeah.
We'll have just maybe an hour and a half to get to it.
I kind of just want to be on the plane.
Yeah, I'd like to at least make some progress. I mean, it's annoying because at this point we'd be halfway done the flight.
So we finally made it onto our plane. You can imagine my horror when there is no amenity kit. I don't know what I was promised on the internet. And the internet doesn't usually lie. And it let me down today. The plane, honestly, not to be a hater, a little bit more dated than I thought it was going to be. Just a little bit. I think my opinion's really just tainted by the amenity kits. I'm really upset that I don't have one of those.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's got the little controllers, and then you have cool in-flight entertainment.
Yeah. So, and they've got little stars in the ceiling while you're walking. So, not terrible. Here's the TV.
That's so bright. I just wanted to test it.
It honestly is a little bit cramped. Only negatives are coming from me today. And if I had a turtle-themed amenity kit, it probably would really change my opinion. But it's also 3:43 and we haven't left yet. So, I'm so tired. Real cutlery. This is a real fork and a real spoon in here. just landed in Dubai, finally. 2 out of 3 of our big flights done. But remember, we had absolute chaos leaving Jakarta, over 3-hour delay, which means that basically everyone on this flight, all like 300 of us, have basically all missed our connections, because usually people are connecting through Dubai. So I would say probably at least 150 people have missed their connections. So when we landed, they just announced that they will have ground staff waiting for us as we exit, because it's just going to be chaos. Everyone needs to be put on a different flight. Not us, but we have 30 minutes until ours starts boarding.
I think we'll be able to get to ours, but almost everyone on this flight, like every single person on the flight has to be like personally dealt with by the crew, because we don't know what's going on and we're all off schedule, and they need to get people here and give some people hotels. So it's a living nightmare for Fly Emirates, and it's going to be crazy as everyone spills out and gets information. It's going to be terrible.
When it's a huge plane, like there's probably 300 people on this plane.
So it's going to be a wild. This is going to be a wild experience, and I always like these because they're actually quite funny. So we'll record some chaos.
It's nice when it's their problem too. Like there's no stress on our end because
care.
It's Emirates'
If they make me miss the flight, then
nope.
I better figure it out.
Alright, we're off the plane. As usual, bit of a nightmare getting off the plane. It's 9:17, so our plane starts boarding in 3 minutes, which is fine because we're probably zone D. So we are literally probably cutting it the closest though, with like reasonable time to be able to make your flight, which means that basically everyone else probably, we had a 5-hour layover originally here, which means that everyone else has probably already missed their flight.
We had 5 hours to spare, and we're gonna barely squeak by getting directly on the plane, so seems like a nightmare for Emirates.
Why don't we take the speedway?
So we're in this huge mob of people. We're all walking to our connection, and it is a trek, like across the airport. And our boarding passes don't have a gate on them, so we're gonna have to check that once we get to this area. We just all keep following the sign that says connections, and hopefully we will get there eventually. Guys, this is just absolute chaos. We walked for a long time. C11, okay. And then we get to the connections and they make you go through security again. So luckily there's no line, but our flight is boarding. We are cooking through this airport. Literally, we are running out of time for the gate to close. So we've finally made it. We were sitting for maybe 10 minutes after we got here, and now we're boarding the plane. There's our plane. I'm super excited because we're taking the A380, which is my first time taking this plane. It's a double-decker plane, and I'm so excited. Apparently all of the first class seats are on the top, so we're going to be on the bottom, I think is the setup. Just disappointing because I really want to take the stairs. Were so cool. Alright, we're finally seated. This plane is so much nicer than the other plane we were just on. Like, you can tell it's a lot more spacious. I have all of our pillows and blankets stuff right here. It's so much more spacious though. Look at this. And the cameras are way better. So you can see what's going on outside the plane. That doesn't look very good though, does it? The wing is massive. This is outside my window. We're sitting right on top of the wing. You can't see anything but wing. This plane's all wing. I have already watched 5 episodes of Love is Blind.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain. My name is Rohit, and on behalf of Emirates and the entire crew, I would like to welcome you on board flight EK123 from Dubai to Istanbul.
We have our first meal of this flight, which is our 4th airplane meal of the day. Actually, the meals at Emirates have actually been probably the best we've had. We've got bun, some like fake little naan breads, some nuts, cheese, cookie, this that I don't know what it is, and then some veggies in this little veg platter. And then Kosi got the chicken.
I like these meals. They have so much variety and it's so fun.
This food is so good. This is my favorite airplane food that I think I've had the entire trip, not even just today. The bread dipped in whatever this is. It's so good. this. No idea what that is. There's so much good cheese in this meal. There's a cheese ball and then a slice of cheese and then this like super fancy thing of cheese, which cheese is expensive. So what a little treat myself today. Last in our meal, it's taken Kirsten and I 25 minutes to finish our meals, which is a great way to kill time. Last we have dessert, which are like, they look like cookies and cream puffs.
Some tea.
And some tea.
Life is good.
Let us know though.
We finally escaped our window and middle seat prison to go to the bathroom, and we're exploring the plane. This is the back staircase going up. So cool. It's fantastic. So we've made our way to the front of the plane to where the big stairs are with the bar. One day.
So cool. We've been hanging around at the bottom, hoping that like a flight attendant would come. Or something would come back, just want to go see and show us around. But no one has yet.
And they do rope it off.
We've not got a guided tour yet, but it might be coming, don't worry.
And now we finally landed our last leg of our travel day. We're in Istanbul. We're visa exempt, so we literally just walk right through immigration, daddle on through, diddle daddle. Right on through.
Yep. Been awake for a really long time, and I don't really, my body's just doesn't care anymore. I'm just existing, so I don't really feel that tired. I am very tired, but
No, me neither.
it's just, I don't really know what happened.
We got off the plane and then ran up the stairs instead of taking the escalator, which is how we make up time and get ahead of everybody else in lines. We don't have to wait in immigration. This is where Kirsten and I excel in the airport. We never wait in lines. So now we got the final boss, like Kirsten said, the land segment of our travel day, where we are taking the metro, trying to figure out this airport. Kirsten said, did some research beforehand. We don't have the internet or anything right now, so we can't look it up. Did some research beforehand. Apparently the bus is better because the train you have to transfer like 3 times, which is super annoying. So we are, there's a man with a gun standing right there. Anyways, that's what I was saying before I got distracted by the security guard.
IETT is what we want there.
Oh, it looks like a bus.
Yeah.
Basically what I was saying is we have no idea where we're going. We're outside now, and it is, I think, 13 degrees, and it is cold compared to what we're used to in Asia, but whatever. It's not that bad. It's springtime. Everyone's wearing jackets except for us. We finally made it off of our series of subways, and now it's either a 30-minute walk or we can take a cute little tram. So I think we're gonna take the tram. It's way too cold here. Much too cold for our Asian blood. The city so far is beautiful. It's really like, I'm feeling a very complex set of emotions because I'm feeling like nostalgia. Anyways, I'm feeling nostalgia from being back in Europe because things feel very European, but I was also explaining to Kristen the concept of repatriation and how it is hard when you leave somewhere that you've known and go somewhere else that's familiar, like in this case, going back to Europe, which is very, very similar to our culture. It's where we look like the people again and everything, but we're leaving the place that we just spent 9 months in. So that repatriation process comes with a lot of feelings of things like guilt and discomfort and anger and also like sadness that we're leaving Asia. So going through that whole process, but super excited to start exploring Istanbul. The city looks beautiful from what we saw on the tram, and eventually we're going to get some falafels. So I will see you guys in the Istanbul vlog.